We all know that the ocean has become a haven for many dangerous creatures on our planet. Of course, we all know about the ocean's deadliest predator, the killer whale. In people's minds, there is no one more terrible and powerful than her. But today, we will take you to where the largest creature in the entire history of existence on our planet lives. The blue whale is an animal so huge that the most terrible predators are afraid to attack it alone. Blue whales, ocean colossi, belong to the order of baleen whales, the largest mammals on our planet. They live in all areas of the ocean and can be seen on almost all ocean coasts of the world. They rarely cross the equator during migration, avoiding only two warm tropical waters. Despite this, they can be seen near the coasts of a large number of countries, including ours. The winter migrations of the blue whale have been almost unstudied, and for a long time it remains unclear why blue whales, with the onset of the cold season, leave Antarctica to the north, to warm waters, despite the fact that there is enough food left in the same place. Most likely, when females give birth to cubs, they try to take them away from cold waters because the children do not have a very developed fat layer, and they freeze. It is safe to say that females take good care of their offspring, feeding them with milk and protecting them from troubles. Most often, one pair of whales gives birth to one child. Cases of the birth of twins are extremely rare. The chance is approximately 1 in 100. The females feed the cubs very well. About 90 liters of milk are consumed per day, and it is also very fatty, from 30 to 50%, and saturated with proteins. The cub grows quickly. After 7 months, by the end of feeding it, can weigh 20 tons and reach 16 meters in length. 7 months after birth, the young whale begins to hunt. It most often eats krill and plankton, filtering it through its huge mouth. Nature has endowed the blue whale with a unique mouth mechanism. The stripes on its neck can stretch greatly, and the bones in its jaw are connected to move apart. All this allows it to significantly increase the volume of its mouth when swallowing. He does this in motion, opening his mouth and swallowing a huge amount of water. Then the whale closes its mouth and strains it with its 4-ton tongue. Most often, there is so much water in the mouth that it is even difficult for the whale to close its mouth, and it resorts to a trick. It turns over on its back or side so that gravity can help it. The whale itself, by the way, practically does not taste the food. It is believed that he does not eat fish, and there is a reason for this. Despite its huge mouth, the whale's throat is only 10 centimeters in diameter, so it would never eat a human. But if some small sprat is unlucky enough to end up inside a whale's catch, he definitely won't spit it out. When the amount of plankton is low, the whale will not disdain small fish and squid. A blue whale can consume between 3 and 8 tons of krill per day from various sources, which is approximately equal to 23 million calories. He really needs a lot of food, because feeding such a huge carcass is very difficult. The largest recorded blue whale reached a length of 33 m, while the largest Tyrannosaurus was 13 m. If you compare it with the largest fish, the difference will also be significant. The famous megalodon, according to some sources, was only 17 meters in length, and the largest whale shark reaches 20 meters. Its weight is also incredible, about 150 tons. The heaviest land animal can be compared. An elephant weighs only 12 tons. Only extinct dinosaurs, such as the herbivorous Argentinosaurus, which is estimated to have weighed between 60 and 110 tons, can come close to the blue whale's performance. Due to its large size, the blue whale has no enemies. Even killer whales very rarely attack them, and only together. Of the recorded cases, the number of attacking killer whales varies greatly. For example, in Antarctica, 5 killer whales were observed killing an adult whale, and after some time, an attack of 30 killer whales on one young whale was recorded. One of the most spectacular cases occurred in 2019. Then the whale was attacked by 8 female and 1 male killer whales accompanying the young whales. The killer whales circled the whale for about 20 minutes until it got tired and began to slowly turn around. The killer whales rushed at him and tore off pieces of skin from his head, back and sides. This continued for about 10 minutes until the bleeding whale practically stopped moving. 3 killer whales turned him over, and a large female climbed into the mouth, starting to eat his tongue. After some time, young animals and other sea animals joined the feast. But if one whale can still be killed, then no one will dare to attack formed pairs or even herds. Cases have been recorded of 2 or 3 whales swimming away with killer whale scars, but undefeated, and this despite the fact that their vision is very poor, as well as their sense of smell. However, he has excellent hearing and sense of touch. Therefore, we can say that the whale is never alone. The blue whale has a very loud voice. He can communicate with other whales at distances of more than 30 kilometers and come to each other's aid. Scientists recorded the most distant calls at distances of 200 to 400 kilometers. The causes of natural death in these whales have been little studied. Scientists suggest that they may die under glaciers or due to a large number of accumulated parasites. If we talk about the latter, even skin parasites are acquired by this species of whales, less than others due to their high swimming speed. The only creatures on the planet that can cope with the blue whale are us, people. Even so, it remained virtually inaccessible to whalers until the end of the 19th century. Its colossal size and enormous strength made it an extremely dangerous opponent, because even specially built whaling ships were comparable to the whale itself. In addition, sailing ships and boats could not catch up with the blue whale, because it can swim at speeds of up to 45 kilometers per h, while its power will be about 500 horsepower. The hand harpoon at that time also did not have sufficient destructive power. Even the hunt itself took place in an unconventional manner. The whale was not killed instantly, as usually happens, but was tied to the ship with a harpoon, and only if it could pierce the thick skin. The blue whale could, with its strength, drag a ship across the ocean for several dozen hours until it got tired. When the whale surfaced, they finished it off and waited until the whale died. With technological progress and new opportunities, such as the invention of the harpoon gun, fishing has become easier, but not much. Hunting also remained difficult because the blue whale's large size means it drowns when it dies, rather than floating to the surface like most other whales. But this goal still remained attractive, because the blue whale provided the same products as other baleen whales, only in much larger quantities. From one whale 30 m long, it was possible to obtain approximately 27 tons of subcutaneous fat, 60 tons of meat, and whalebone before the advent of plastic was of great value, because a huge number of products, clothing, various brushes, and mattress springs were made from it. In the 20th century, with the advent of floating cutting stations and even more advanced weapons, as well as a decrease in the number of other whales, the blue whale became the #1 target. The total number of blue whales killed over the entire period of intensive fishing is estimated differently, but in any case, it is about 360,000 in Antarctic waters alone. This put the entire species at risk of extinction, and fishing for blue whales was banned in 1965. Now life is much easier for blue whales, since in addition to the hunting ban, other rules have been created. For example, ship captains must slow down if they notice an animal in order to avoid collisions. Fishermen also claim that whales pass through the nets freely. Unfortunately, blue whales are also highly susceptible to anthropogenic factors, noise pollution from drilling rigs and gas pipes that prevent the whales from communicating at a distance, and oil pollution in the oceans. The most recent factor in their low prevalence is degeneration and genetic defects due to the small number of the entire population. The blue whale is an amazing animal that hardly anyone can compare with. It is the very echo of a distant history that man has not seen. Those times when a large number of living creatures on our planet could rightfully be called colossi, and the blue whale would definitely be the main one of them. Don't forget to write your opinion in the comments, and what surprised you most about this amazing animal. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell. This is the only way we understand which videos you like best.